calculate slope. The slope or rate of change of a function m can be calculated according to the following. M is equal to the change in output, which is the rise, over the change in input run, which is also equal to the change in y over the change in x, which is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, where x1 and x2 are input values and y2 and y1 are output values. Now, if we're given 2 points from a linear function, we're going to calculate and interpret the slope. Number 1, we're going to determine the units for output and input values. Number 2, we're going to calculate the change of output values and the change of input values. And then we're going to interpret the slope as a change in output values per unit of the input value. So for example 3, we're finding the slope of a linear function. If f of x is a linear function, and 3, negative 2, and 8, 1 are points on a line, we want to find the slope. And then answer the question, is this function increasing or decreasing? So that's step 1. The coordinate pairs are 3, negative 2, and 8, 1. So to find the rate of change, we divide the rate change in output by the change in input. So again, m is equal to the change in output over the change in input, which is equal to 1 minus negative 2 divided by 8 minus 3. And that's equal to 3 over 5. So this is our slope in fractional form. Now, if we wanted to take a look at this in decimal form, then what we would do is we can take our calculator, take 3 and divide that by 5, and that gives us 0.6. So we could also write the slope as m is equal to 0.6, and because the slope is positive, then the function is increasing because the slope m is greater than 0. Now, as noted earlier, the order in which we write the points does not matter when we compute the slope of the line, as long as the first output value, or the y-coordinate, used corresponds with the first input value, or x-coordinate. Now note that if we had reversed them, then we would have obtained the same slope.